and welcome. You're watching 6 Stories at 6 with me, Akanksha Khajuri. And first up this evening, we'll tell you about the language row which has exploded in the state of Maharashtra. Posters in Mumbai threaten non-Marathi speakers. Next, China is building a mega hydropower project in southeastern Tibet. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister has called it a water bomb. Now to a deeply disturbing story coming in from Odisha. A 15-year-old girl was set afire in Puri, Odisha. She has been airlifted to the national capital for treatment now, and the Congress has once again targeted the Prime Minister, and in fact they have insulted the Prime Minister, and the Bharatiya Janata Party has hit back. Now only a day to go for the monsoon session of the Parliament. Operation Sindoor, Trump's ceasefire claim, Air India crash could be discussed in this, and in a massive win, Indian Grandmaster Praggnanandhaa has crushed Magnus Carlsen again, second victory in just 3 days. These are the top 6 stories that we're tracking this evening. Let's get started. In fact, I start with Maharashtra. The language row has intensified. Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, that is MNS, has once again stirred the controversy by putting up posters across Navi Mumbai, issuing a stern warning to non-Marathi speakers. And the posters are demanding that those living in Maharashtra must learn Marathi or be prepared to face the repercussions. The posters that you can see on the screen feature a cartoon depicting a threatening scenario directed at non-Marathi speakers. A prominent message on the cartoon reads, "Learn Marathi or the MNS will come for you." Alongside the cartoon, the posters also carry an additional warning, and I quote, "We have no fight with you, but if you try to mess around, Maharashtra's shock will surely hit you." And in another incident, what we're learning that you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, a seemingly small fight over a seat in a Mumbai local train escalated into a full-blown language row, with one woman telling the other to learn Marathi or get out of the state. Listen in. See on the screen, this is not the first time that such an incident has happened in Mumbai. In the last 1 month, there have been several such incidents of assault, spats that have come to the fore. And you can see the recent one on the right-hand side of your screen, where MNS workers assaulted a Marwari shopkeeper in Mumbai. He was made to apologize, and all this for putting a social media post against the Marathi-speaking people. And that that led to this confrontation there. Also, a food stall owner was assaulted, a rickshaw driver was harassed, and all this when there is a fight between Marathi versus Hindi in the state of Maharashtra. There on the screen, you can see that these are the incidents that have come to the fore in the last 1 month as the language row has escalated. Now, shifting our focus, China has begun construction of a massive hydropower project in southeastern Tibet, which flows into India as the Brahmaputra River. The multi-billion-dollar dam approved by China in December 2023 is not too far from Arunachal Pradesh. India has in the past also raised concern over the potential environmental and strategic threats because of its downstream impact on millions of people living in India and also Bangladesh. However, on the other side, China has denied its negative impacts. In fact, after the news of the construction of this dam came to the fore, Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister has warned that the dam poses a threat to the people of the region and could be used as the water bomb by China. In fact, there on the screen, you can see that this is, in fact, China's water bomb threat that has been given, and this will be a dam on river running through Tibet and India. Time and again, India has raised apprehension over the dam, which has now been approved and will be built by China. In fact, Chinese Premier has attended this inauguration. It was a big ceremony that took place. India has flagged the potential threat as far as this is concerned. Now let me go across to Brigadier Sanjay Khanna, defense analyst. Thank you so much for speaking to Republic TV. How do you assess this? Because China has decided to build this multi-billion-dollar dam there, but India time and again has raised a lot of flags over this. Your reaction?
Absolutely, Kansha. We have to be very, very concerned, and we must understand that this will have very significant ramifications. And I feel that the Chinese have made it as after a very deliberate thought, because they are constructing the dam right near the LAC in Arunachal. And Arunachal, the Chinese lay claim to it, saying that it is South Tibet. So there are ecological ramifications, there are geopolitical ramifications, agriculture on the Indian side will be affected, socio-economic impact it will have. And why I say so is that, geopolitical impact that it's going to have, that this river, which in China is called Yarlung Zambo river, it is actually part of Brahmaputra only. It starts from China and gets into India and goes beyond into Bangladesh. So the Chinese are very, very particular that they need to put this up. Now, not only what I said in terms of the geopolitical, agriculture, socio-economic and other points that I brought out, is going to have a military impact also on India. And because of that, we need to be concerned. Chinese will use it as a strategic leverage, as you rightly said, as a weaponized bomb. And in case of a conflict with China, because through that they can release extensive water into the Indian territory, that is in Assam and in Arunachal Pradesh, and that could flood our military installations and the units that are located and severely hamper. The other aspect is that the dam where it is being constructed, around that the Chinese are going to have a lot of construction infrastructure coming up, and roads also will be developed. Now, in case of an operation, the Chinese will, because they're already deployed there, so they will have a much shorter access into Arunachal Pradesh. The Chinese, when they are located, though it's a civil infrastructure, but I'm very, very sure that the Chinese military, the PLA would be deployed alongside, and they would use this place to spy on our installations which are located in the northeast, and also monitor our military movements. So this is going to have a very big impact, and India in turn to counter this is building a dam in a place called Siang in Arunachal. Now that dam is on the upper reaches. So basically when the Chinese release water, excessive water, this dam will be able to control it, because it will have a huge reservoir alongside. Another thing that India is doing to counter this is they are investing $1 billion to construct 12 more dams in that particular region. So that is how we are trying to counter their the impact of their building the dam. But this is a very, very serious concern for us, and we must be very cautious. See, now what is happening after Operation Sindoor, the Indus water, we had put a hold on that, and we are also using it as a weapon. Because when we want, we will release water. When we don't want, we will not release water. So similarly, the Chinese have also thought that this is a way that they can kind of have influence over India and create an impact, negative impact for the civil as well as the military. Akansha, back to you.
Absolutely. But since this area is closer to Arunachal Pradesh, the chief minister there has said that this will be used as a water bomb by China. China has definitely denied all these claims that have come in. But tell us, how should India counter this mega, in fact, the $1 billion dam that is being built by China, according to you?
See, the Chinese are building this dam at a cost of $1.67 billion. And India, like I just mentioned a little while ago, we are also constructing a dam in a place called Siang in Arunachal Pradesh, and 12 more dams in different parts of Arunachal. So this is being done with investment of $1 billion by the Indian government. So this is going to be a kind of a counter to the Chinese water flow whenever they release excessive water or don't provide water. That is why we are going ahead and building reservoirs along with these dams, so that the Chinese cannot create a issue either with overflooding or releasing less water, so that there is water scarcity in those regions. So this is how India is going to be countering. Otherwise, there is no other way that you can counter, because what they're doing is they're doing it on their side of the LAC, and they're saying that this is going to create 1,000 megawatt of electricity generation for them. So for them it is for peaceful purposes, but you're absolutely right, it is going to be used as a water deterrent bomb for India.
Absolutely. So this is, in fact, what Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister has said. Thank you so much, Brigadier Khanna, for speaking to Republic TV and giving your perspective on this. Now, shifting our focus and telling you about a very disturbing story that is coming in from Odisha. A 15-year-old girl was set on fire by 3 miscreants in Odisha's Puri district earlier today. In fact, she was airlifted to All India Institute of Medical Sciences in the national capital, where we are learning this, that she is receiving further treatment as far as her recovery is concerned. She has received 70 to 75% of the burn injuries is what we are learning, and hence she, along with her family members, they were flown from Odisha to the national capital, and now she's admitted to All India Institute of Medical Sciences for further treatment. Let me go across to my colleague Shamvi, who's been tracking this story very closely. Shamvi, give us details about her health condition, because we're learning that she has sustained 70 to 75% of the burn injuries. How's she now, and how's the treatment going on?
Well, yes, she is currently stable, but her situation is definitely serious. We also spoke to Mazhabullah Khan, who went inside. He's the Member of Parliament in Odisha, and he went inside after the ambulance which had the victim. He followed them, and then he also spoke to the doctors, and he told us that the doctor have said that although her condition is serious, she is currently stable, and a full recovery is expected very soon.
Absolutely. So as far as her health condition is concerned, her condition remains serious. But Shamvi, also tell us about the investigation into this case. What are you learning? Because this is a very shocking case that has come to the fore from Odisha. 3 men set her on fire. What are you learning from the police as far as this entire case is concerned?
Well, the investigation is still underway. There were 3 youths, but they are unidentified. The investigation is still going on. If we go back to what exactly happened, a quick recap would be this incident happened around 9 a.m. yesterday, when the girl was taken by those 3 unidentified youths near the Bhargavi riverbank, poured kerosene on her and then set her ablaze. But luckily there were some neighbors locals who actually helped douse the fire and took her to common hospital, from where she was shifted to AIIMS Bhubaneswar. And now, because she needs more intensive, the best care, best medical care out there. She has been transferred here around 4:15 p.m. today at AIIMS Burns and Plastic Surgery Block.
Absolutely, Shamli, and do tell us about, in fact, you've mentioned that a parliamentarian has also come along with the family. They've all flown to the national capital. What is he saying on this case?
He met the victim's family. He also spoke to the doctors and confirmed that her condition is serious, but by God's grace, it is stable for now. She is in the ICU, and he did say that she is expected to recover very soon. And he also brought the point that his party is expecting to bring this issue up in the parliament. He also mentioned that how cases like this have become very regular, unfortunately, in Odisha, and they are definitely planning to make it a point that they bring this up in parliament.
Absolutely. She has received burn injuries and she's being treated at All India Institute of Medical Sciences here in the national capital. Keep tracking those details, Sham. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this. Now, shifting our focus once again, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has stoked the controversy by accusing Prime Minister of prioritizing daily TV appearances over addressing the real issues. Now, he has said, and I quote, Prime Minister is seen on TV every single day. There isn't a single day he's not on the television screens. And despite having government television, Doordarshan, no Prime Minister in the past would bark on TV the way he does the moment every day the day breaks. Now, this remark has drawn a sharp reaction from the Bharatiya Janata Party. They have said that the Congress party has crossed the line and once again they have insulted the OBC leader. Listen in.
संवैधानिक पदों का अपमान यही बन चुकी है कांग्रेस पार्टी की पहचान। जिस प्रकार की शब्दावली खड़गे जी ने प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के लिए अभी इस्तेमाल की है वो दोहराई भी नहीं जा सकती। पर एक ओबीसी समाज से व्यक्ति प्रधानमंत्री बनता है, चाय वाला प्रधानमंत्री बनता है, तो कांग्रेस जो केवल परिवारवाद में और परिवार तंत्र में विश्वास रखती है वो संविधान तंत्र को गाली देती है। 150 से ज्यादा गालियां प्रधानमंत्री जी की जाति को लेकर, परिवार को लेकर, समाज को लेकर उन्होंने दी है। और राहुल गांधी ने तो कहा है कि जो मोदी जी को, ओबीसी समाज को, एससी एसटी समाज को गाली देगा उसको और प्रमोशन मिलेगा। इसीलिए कांग्रेस पार्टी प्रधानमंत्री मोदी को उनके संवैधानिक पद को गालियां देती है। ये इनकी एलिटिस्ट माइंडसेट है, ये मोहब्बत की नहीं, ये गाली की दुकान है।
Now, shifting our focus ahead of the monsoon session of the parliament, the government today held an all-party meeting to ensure smooth functioning of both the houses of the parliament. The opposition raised various issues, including the voter roll revision in the state of Bihar, the Pahalgam terror attack, and Trump's ceasefire claim as well. Here's more.
The members of the ruling NDA and opposition parties gathered and attended the all-party meeting in the national capital ahead of the monsoon session of Parliament. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju chaired the all-party meeting along with Union Ministers Arjun Ram Meghwal and Rajya Sabha Leader of House JP Nadda.
शुरू होने से पहले ऑल पार्टी का फ्लोर लीडर्स का मीटिंग हुआ, बहुत ही सकारात्मक रहा है। सारे पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स ने अपने अपने पार्टीज़ के पोजीशन बताया और उनके मुद्दे जो इस सत्र में लाने का है उनको भी सामने में रखा है। सरकार की ओर से हम लोग ने सारा पॉइंट्स नोट किए हैं और हमने ये रिक्वेस्ट किया है कि सदन अच्छा से चले, इसके लिए पक्ष और विपक्ष मिल कर के हमको काम करना होगा, आपस में कोऑर्डिनेशन अच्छी तरह से रखना होगा।
From the Indie bloc, Congress MPs Jairam Ramesh, Pramod Tiwari, Gaurav Gogoi attended the meeting. Along with NCP, SCP MP Supriya Sule, BJD MP Sasmit Patra to chalk out the strategy for the monsoon session of Parliament. The opposition parties are set to rake up the key issues, including Operation Sindoor, besides Trump's ceasefire claims.
पहलगांव पर जो आतंकवादी हमला हुआ और उसमें जिस तरह से अभी लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर साहब ने कहा को इंटेलिजेंस फेल्योर था। तो ये एक बहुत ही गंभीर मामला है और इस पर चर्चा होनी चाहिए। दूसरे, ऑपरेशन सिंदूर जब चल रहा था उस दौरान अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति ने ये कहा कि हमने ये बंद करवा दिया है युद्ध। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर पर या पहलगांव की घटना पर दुनिया के किसी भी देश ने हमारा साथ नहीं दिया। असफल विदेश नीति आज तक हिंदुस्तान के इतिहास में किसी भी सरकार की नहीं रही, जो अब की है। इस पर चर्चा होना जरूरी है।
Congress MP Gaurav Gogoi said that his party will rake up the issue of Election Commission's special intensive revision exercise along with turmoil in Manipur.
चुनाव आयोग जिस प्रकार से विभिन्न राजनीतिक दलों के साथ वार्तालाप करने से भी हिचकिचा रहे हैं और स्पष्टीकरण नहीं दे रहे हैं, तो आने वाले जो राज्यों में जो चुनाव होंगे तो कहीं ना कहीं इसको लेकर भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण सवाल उठे हैं। और मणिपुर को लेकर आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा था कि कुछ ही महीनों में मणिपुर में शांति आएगी। 3 वर्ष, लगभग 3-2.5 वर्ष गुजर चुके हैं और शांति कहीं भी हम आते हुए नहीं देख पा रहे। तो शांति का वातावरण नहीं देख पा रहे, जिसको लेकर हम चिंतित हैं और हम आशा करेंगे एक सकारात्मक चर्चा आने वाले सत्र में।
Apart from Indie Bloc, the opposition party BJD is all set to rake the law and order issue in the state of Odisha.
In the all-party meeting, the Biju Janata Dal has already raised several issues, but one of our primary issues would be the deteriorating law and order situation in the state of Odisha. There seems to be a complete collapse of law and order situation in the state of Odisha by the BJP government there, and there seems to be a day-to-day rise, an alarming rise of heinous crimes against women and girl children in the state of Odisha.
Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party's Sanjay Singh reiterated that Aam Aadmi Party is no longer part of Indie Bloc and their alliance was only for the Lok Sabha elections.
देखिए, हम कई बार कह चुके हैं, उसको बार बार आप चाहती हैं मैं रिपीट करूं तो फिर दोहरा देता हूं। इंडिया गठबंधन लोकसभा चुनाव के लिए था, उसके बाद हरियाणा में, दिल्ली में, उपचुनाव में और अब बिहार में अकेले हम लोग लड़ रहे हैं।
Political parties are prepared and the agenda is set for the monsoon session. A fiery debate is likely in the parliament.
And here is the good news. Indian Grandmaster Praggnanandhaa has been in phenomenal form as he beat world number 1 Magnus Carlsen of Norway for the second time in the last 3 days in Las Vegas leg of the freestyle chess Grand Slam Tour. Praggnanandhaa defeated Carlsen late on Saturday evening in the classification games. And in fact, earlier as well, he had defeated Carlsen in a classification game for a quarter-final spot earlier in the tournament. And despite the 2 wins against Carlsen, the Indian chess player finished 3rd in the classical games as Carlsen bounced back to hand him the 3 defeats in a row to win the contest in a tie-break. Now, first Carlsen won the reverse game, forcing tie breaks. The Norwegian then won both the tie-break games against Praggnanandhaa and eventually winning the tie with the 3 consecutive victories after losing the first game. So there on the screen, you can see that this is the second time in the last 3 days that Praggnanandhaa has stunned Magnus Carlsen. And this is all we could pack for you in this bulletin of 6 at 6. We'll be back tomorrow with more such stories. Till then, keep watching Republic TV.